understand the definition of a surface. So that's why I'm repeating. Whether the screen is visible to everyone. Hello.
Ma'am, file is not open
Yes.
yet.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Whether you are able to see the screen.
Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible, but file is not open.
Yeah. Not one. Whether you are able to see whatever there is on the screen. Can you just tell me what is there on the screen?
The DG lectures notes.
Acha, wait, let me have this closing. Yes, whether it is visible now. Hello.
No, ma'am, not yet.
Whether notes are visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
दिसतंय का आता?
Yes, ma'am.
Notes दिसतात?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us go one by one. We have seen coordinate path. Coordinate path means we have a mapping x from B to E3 such that it is 1, 1 and regular. Okay. This we have seen in detail. That means first you can take up one rubber sheet and then apply stretching and you can convert it into a one object in a 3D space. Correct. Similarly, uh, we have seen here what is the condition of being a regularity on the curve. It is alpha dash of t not equal to 0. In the very similar way, you have to differentiate your function x with respect to u and v. Here function alpha is only with one variable t, but here it is with respect to two variable. So we are going to differentiate with respect to u and v, and if it is not equal to 0, then we say that that surface is or that function is a regular. Okay. So next we have seen proper path. That means the inverse function should be continuous. The function will be continuous only if its coordinate functions are continuous. So we have seen the examples of this. After the examples, we have gone for the definition of a surface. What is the definition of a surface? Let M be the any subset of E3 space such that for any point P of M there exists a proper patch in M whose image contains a neighborhood of a point P. Okay, so we have seen the example of how to cover the North Pole with the help of having a proper patch, right? Um, After the example of this, we have seen the non-examples of the surface. That is, cone is not an example because if you take a cone, you cannot find out a neighborhood which is entirely contained in a M. What is M in this case is a cone. In the example of disk and the example of a folded planes, just take your notebook and put it in the form of a folded plane. At the corner part, cannot find out what is a. You rather, if you are able to find out what is the neighborhood, still that neighborhood is not entirely contained in your surface or entirely contained in the geometric object. Next, we have seen one theorem, that is if dg is not equal to 0, it is equivalent to go for the definition of a surface. Okay, for every point in the xy plane, you can find out the point in the surface M with the help of this uv f of uv or uv, and the third variable is a function of first two variables. So it will be a Monge patch. As it is a Monge patch, so it is a proper patch. What is a Monge patch? It is a proper patch whose third variable is nothing but the combination of the first two, or rather it is a function of first two variables. Okay, we have gone for the example of a sphere. Next, we have seen the cylinder, how the cylinder is formed. First, we are having a curve in xy plane, and we have to revolve one straight line on a xy plane, and whatever the object we are getting is a cylinder in the case of differential geometry. How you are going to find out a cylinder in differential geometry? First, you have to take any curve in xy plane, then take a straight line, put a straight line on a curve, and then revolve this straight line on a curve. Whatever the object we are getting is a cylinder, and we have shown that how it is a surface. Okay. So let us next we have seen what are what is surface of revolution. That means we are having one fixed axis of revolution and one profile curve. That profile curve in the case of a sphere is a half circle. That half circle we are going to revolve around a fixed axis, but this will touch the axis of revolution at 2 points, and those corresponding point we are calling it as a singular points, and whatever the lines we have, these are called parallels or latitudes, and these lines are called our longitudes, meridians, and then next we example of a cone. That is also not example of a surface of revolution because it touches the axis of revolution at 1 point. In this example, we have seen in the last lecture that we are having a curve in xy plane. We have to revolve this curve around a x-axis or y-axis. You can revolve about any axis. And then if suppose I am revolving this point, instead of revolving the whole curve, let us concentrate on only point. So the after revolution of this point around x-axis, it will give you a circle. Okay. So at every point you are getting one circle. So completely you will get one geometric object, and then we have to show that this geometric object is a surface. So for that, we will take a point on a curve, and then we will find out what will be the coordinates of that point on the surface after revolution. Okay, this is a point P, and somewhere Q is a point. Suppose this is a point Q, and somewhere after revolution there is a point P. So that rotation with an angle, say gamma or B. So after that, we have seen what are the coordinates of point Q on the curve is Q1, Q2. Q2 is nothing but y coordinate, right? So f of xy is equal to c is a curve given to us. So with the help of that, we have found that this circle is parallel to yz plane. So hence we have written this in the form of a circle in yz plane, that is y square plus z square is equal to q2 square. That is q2 is nothing but the radius of this circle. Yes, everyone able to hear, and can you see this, whatever I am saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So just we have found the point Q1, Q2 is a point. The point Q is with the coordinates say Q1, Q2, but it is on the curve, and we have to find out a point on the surface. For that, we have generalized this with the help of this y square plus z square. Okay, first coordinate will be as it is because the distance of this point from the x-axis, from the origin in the direction of x-axis is fixed out, that is p1 is nothing but q1. For the second and third, we will go with the r and theta, that is polar coordinates. That is, we are writing the equation of a circle in terms of r and theta, that is r cos theta, r sin theta. Instead of having theta, it is an angle V. Instead of having a radius r, the radius is q2. Okay, and the second coordinate we have written with the help of first two, that is p2 plus, that is p2 square plus p3 square, that is y and z. Okay, so now we have to write down the equation of a surface. Okay, initially we have f of xy. So instead of y, we can write it as y square plus z square. So how you have written this under root of y square plus z square? With the help of this equation, y square plus z square is equals to q2 square. Next, just you have to find out dg, as dg is nothing but your f. G is nothing but with the help of f, hence we have found this. Okay. Now let us go for the next example we have shown. I think I have given you in a homework what are the sine inverse x's, whether it is continuous or not. I don't know how many of your students have found it sine inverse of x, whether it is continuous or not. So here it is written that it is not continuous in the range. Why it is not continuous in the range? You have to find out the reason. So hence, if x inverse is continuous only if its coordinate functions are continuous. So in the last lecture, I have shown you how to find out the inverse function. Right now? So with the help of finding the inverse function, x inverse of xyz is sine inverse of x in z. Okay, so here with the help of this, we can see that sine inverse of x is not a continuous function. Why it is not continuous? You have to find out the reason. Okay. Yes, can anyone tell me why it is not continuous?
The domain of the sine inverse of x is -1 to 1 and the range is consists of -pi/2 to pi/2.
Okay, but can you tell me where it is discontinuous or where the continuity fails?
At the 0?
Yes.
At pi/2, at pi and 0.
At the pi and 0. Actually, it is not a function itself in the provided codomain, that is minus pi to pi. That is our given to us, no? U is
Yes,
with
yes,
the
ma'am.
minus pi to pi. So at that time, it is not a function itself. Why it is not function? Because it is not giving a unique image. Okay, that
Yes, ma'am.
will I will it for you. You have to find out the reason why sine inverse of x is not a continuous function, because everything is given here. Sine inverse of x from minus 1 1 to minus 1 minus 5 to pi is not a continuous function, because it is the range of continuity is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Rather, it is not a function. Why it is not a function? You have to find out the reason. And we have discussed in the last lecture, it is 1 1 and 1 1 and regular, but it is not a continuous. Okay, why it is not a continuous? Because it's a coordinate function, that is sine inverse of x is not a continuous. I hope everyone understood how to find out the inverse function, because if the function is given to you, x of uv is equals to sine u, sine 2u v. So you have to name it as x, y, z. X is equal to sine u, y is equal to sine 2u, and z is v. Okay, now if we want to find out inverse function, x inverse of x, y, z will be u and v. Okay, now here if it is u and v, how to find out u and v? With the help of this. What is u? U will be, as it is given that x is equal to sine u, so u will be sine inverse of x. Okay. Similarly, y is equal to sine of 2u. So what will be u? U is equal to sine in 1 by 2 sine inverse of y. Okay, so in the very similar way, you can find out the inverse function. Still, if you are having a doubt, you can ask how to find out the inverse function. Okay, what you have to do first, see concentrately. We have a function x is a function from D to E3. That is from 2D plane to 3D space. Okay, so x of uv is equal to some xyz. Suppose you are not knowing. X of uv is equal to some xyz. So what are those xyz we are given? X is sine u, y is sine 2u, and z is v. Okay, now if I want to find out the inverse function, it will be from M to D, right? M is any subset of E3 space. So what should be the inverse function? X inverse of, as it is from E3, so it is XYZ. X inverse of XYZ is equal to, as it is going in D, so what are the variables in D? Only U and V. So X inverse of XYZ, you have to write down it is U and V. But now you are not knowing what are u and v. So to find out u and v, come back to our x of uv. So what is x? X is equals to sine u, y, sine 2u, z is v. And then you can find out what are u and v. Okay. If you are having any doubt related to up to now, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll go for the next examples. Okay. Yes, anyone have a doubt? Can ask. Hello. Everyone able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you're having a doubt, you can ask related to surface, definition, everything. Okay, if you're not having a doubt, let me go for the next example. For the next example, see here. Okay, which of the following mapping is patch? What is the mapping given to us? X of uv is equals to x of uv is equal to u square v plus v cube. here given with the mapping x of uv is equals to x of uv is equal to u square, and the third one is v plus vq. Okay. So what we have to find out whether this mapping is a patch or not. Okay. So instead of saying a coordinate patch, we are just saying it is a patch. Okay. So first we will verify the mapping is 1 1 or not. So let us take x of u1 v1 is equals to x of u2 v2. Next is we have to write down here u1 square v1 plus v1 cube. Okay, is equals to u2 square u2 plus u2 cube. Okay, by coordinate wise equality. दिसतंय ना सगळ्यांना? Hello.
Not clear, ma'am.
Okay, let me complete this. I will share the screen once again. So u1 is
Okay.
equal to u2. Next is v1. Next we have to equate the coordinate by so v1 plus v1 cube is equals to u2 plus v2 plus v2 cube. Okay, so by coordinate by equality, can you write directly as v1 is equal to v2? For that, we have to write down v1 minus v2 plus again v1 cube minus v2 cube is equals to 0. So next v1 minus v2 plus what is the formula for a cube minus b cube? But we can write the formula is we can take this v1 minus v2 common, and then what is remaining here 1 plus v1 square, right? What is the formula for that? v1 square minus v1 v2 plus v2 square is equal to 0. So product is 0, that means either one of them is 0. So if I take v1 minus v2 is equal to 0, I can say v1 is equal to v2. Okay. So this here we have shown the function is 1 1. Now if I want to show it is a coordinate patch or patch, so we have to show the mapping is regular. How to show the mapping is regular? We have to find out the Jacobian matrix. Okay, derivative of u with respect to u. That is dou x by dou u, dou y by dou u, dou z by dou u. These I am saying as x, y, and z. Okay, next is dou x by dou v, dou y by dou v, dou z by dou v. Next, derivative of x with respect to u. What is x? U. Derivative of u with respect to u is 1. 2u. Next is 0. Derivative of u with respect to v is 0. 0. Last is 1 plus 3 v square. Now you can have this at least one minor of order 2 cross 2 which is non-zero. So this is one minor of order 2 cross 2 which is non-zero, and hence we can say the rank of the Jacobian matrix is equal to dimension of a domain. What is the dimension of a domain? As it is having only two variable, and we are discussing this on the R2 space. So hence what is the dimension of a domain is 2. So rank of this Jacobian matrix is equal to 2. At least we can get a one minor of order 2 cross 2 which is non-zero. Okay. So let me show you the screen if it is not visible to you on the board. Then we will go for the next example. दिसतंय का सगळ्यांना स्क्रीन? हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
Okay. So what we are discussing is, we have discussed the first example, x to u square v cube, correct? So now if I want to show it is a patch, we have to show that it is 1 1 and regular. Okay, first we have shown 1 1. How to show 1 1? Take any 2 points u1 v1 u2 v2. So x of u1 v1 is equal to x of u2 v2. Now by coordinate wise equality, first coordinate directly will give you u1 is equal to v1. Now the third coordinate, if we equate the third coordinate, we have to do some calculations. With the help of that, you can get v1 minus v2 plus v1 minus v2 cube is equal to 0. So now we can have a formula for a cube minus b cube. With the help of that, you can get v1. If v1 is not equal to v2, this coordinate, this should be the equation. And hence finally we can have the product of these two equal to 0. Either one of them should be 0. So directly you can say this v1 is equal to v2. Okay, next we have shown how to show it is regular. So to show it is regular, we have to name this x1, x2, x3. What are x1, x2, x3? These are nothing but your x1 is u, x2 is u square, and x3 is v plus v cube. Now differentiate this x1, x2, x3 with respect to u in the first row, and then differentiate this x1, x2, x3 with respect to v in the second row. After differentiating these, you can get derivative of u with respect to u is 1, derivative u square with respect to u is 2u. Next is 0. Next, if you have to differentiate x1 with respect to v, it is 0. x1, x2, that is u square with respect to v is 0. Derivative of x3 with respect to v is 1 plus 3v square. So here the rank of the Jacobian matrix is 2, because at least we are getting one minor of order 2 cross 2, which is non-zero. If we are getting at least one minor of order 2 cross 2, which is non-zero, and hence the result. Okay. So similarly, now we can go for the second example. What is the second example given to you? X of u is equals to cos of 2u pi and sine of 2u pi, and the third coordinate is v. And if I want to show it is a patch, coordinate patch, instead of saying every time coordinate patch, it is given as a patch. Okay, to show it as patch, first we have to show whether it is 1 1. So this is what a second example. Again, you can take x of u1 v1 is equal to x of u2 v2. So by coordinate wise equality, we can have cos of 2 pi u1 is equals to cos of 2 pi u2. Similarly, we can have the second one also. But this is not possible in the provided domain. Okay, v is equal to v1 is equal to v2 is possible in the third coordinate. But what about the first and second? Okay, cos of 2u1 pi is equals to cos of 2u2 pi. This will be possible only in the provided domain. Okay, but if it is not in the particular domain, if it is not restricted in the domain, we cannot say v1 is equal to v2. Why this is so? Because sine n pi is 0. Okay, for every value of n, for every integer, sine n pi is 0. So hence we cannot say v is equal to v1 or v1 is equal to v2. And hence we can say x is not a 1 1. And no need to check the regularity. If x is not a 1 1, directly we can say x is not a patch. Okay, have you understood this example?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should I go for the next? Now this we can see on the screen that we have to show that given object M is a surface. Okay, what is the geometric object given to us? X square plus y square plus 3z square is equal to 1. Okay, now without knowing what is the object actually, you can say that whether it is a surface or not. This is what a power of this method, that is how to find out whether given object is a surface or not. Okay, for that if I hope everyone remember, I have told you that you have to download one Newton demo or function plotter. In that, if you plot this function x square plus y square raised to 2, plus 3z square is equal to 1. At that time, you can directly see what is the actually surface looks like. Okay, I hope you have downloaded. Instead of downloading the idiot app, you can download the good one where you can understand the what is the interpretation of the object we are studying in our differential geometry. Okay, you can take any example of a surface curve, just put up in that app. You can get the image of this 3D image. Okay, so let us have this. Let g is equals to, we have taken g is equal to x square plus y square plus a plus 3z square. So now we have to find out dg, that is differentiate this function g with respect to x, y and z. Okay, so this dg is equal to 0 only if all the partial derivatives are 0. Okay, let us assume all the partial derivatives are equal to 0, which means that this will be equal to 0 only if this function is equal to 0. That means x, y, z all are 0. But 0, 0, 0, whether it belongs to your surface, because if you put x is 0, y is 0, z is 0, you are getting 0 is equal to 1. But 0 is not equal to 1. Hence, this 0, 0, 0 is not a point on the surface M. Okay. Because why we are saying this? Because at the point x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, dg is equal to 0. Okay. What is our aim to check? dg is not equal to 0. To check dg is not equal to 0 for every point of a surface M is somewhat difficult. So that's why we are checking dg is equal to 0 or not. So dg is equal to 0 only at the origin 0, 0, 0. But this origin 0, 0, 0 is not on the surface M. Why it is not on a surface M? Because if you put x equal to 0, 0, x is 0, y is 0, z is 0, you are not getting the correct equation. 0 is equal to 1 is not correct one. So hence we can say dg is not equal to 0 on a surface M, and hence we can say the given geometric object is a surface. Okay. Let us go for the next one. Is the mapping x of u is defined by u plus v, u minus v, and the third one is u into v. Now we have to show that x is a proper patch and the surface E is nothing but z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 4. Now can anyone tell me what is this surface z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 4? I hope everyone remember hyperbola, right? What are the equations of hyperbola? It is like this only, na? X square by some a minus y square by some b is equal to something. But as it is with the 3 variables, so it is called hyperboloid. Okay. I don't know how many of you knowing this. Okay, hyperbolic paraboloid. Why it is called a paraboloid? Because whenever you are writing equation of a parabola, it is y is equal to some x square. So here also z is equal to in the form of some square. So hence it is called a hyperbolic paraboloid. Okay. Why it is called hyperbolic? So you can see here the equation is of the form x square by a some minus y square by b, which is equal to z. Z is equal to some equation, some quadratic equation. Hence it is called hyperbolic paraboloid. Okay. So now what is our aim to check in this? We have to show that it is a proper patch. Okay. To show it is proper patch, first we will show it is 1, 1. Okay. To show it is 1, 1, it is very easy because the function is u plus v, u minus v, and u into v. So from coordinate wise equality, we can say directly as u1 is equal to v1 and u2 is equals to v2. Now what it remains to check whether it is a regular. To check it is a regular, let us rename these functions. X1 is u plus v, x2 is u minus v, and x3 is u into v. Okay, differentiate x1 with respect to u. That is 1. x2 with respect to u is again 1. x3 with respect to u is v as it is. Derivative u with respect to u is 1. Similarly, you can find out the derivative of x1, x2, x3 with respect to v. That is 1 minus 1 u. And hence we can say you can find out any minor of order 2 cross 2 which will be non-zero. And hence we can say that the rank of the Jacobian matrix is equals to dimension of a domain. Okay, hence x is regular. Now, what is our aim to show? The surface is hyperbolic paraboloid, that is z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 4. Okay, so for that we have to just equate them. Okay, what is x? X is u plus v, y is u minus v, z is u into v. Okay, now solve these equations. What is u? U is equals to, what I am getting this equation, x is u plus v, y is u minus v. Solve the equation for u and v. We are having two equations. Okay, x is u plus v, y is u minus v. Solve the equation for u and v. You will get u is equal to x plus y divided by 2, v is equal to x minus y divided by 2. But we have the third variable, z is equal to u into v. Now just multiply u into v, what I get, u into v is equals to z. So z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 2. So similarly, we can find out the inverse function. So x of uv is equals to xyz. So what will be x inverse of xyz? It is in terms of u and v. Here you can see clearly how to find out the inverse function. Okay. So next is we have to find out whether it is a, so what we'll get here, x square minus y square is nothing but u plus v square minus u minus v square. So which is nothing but 4 times uv. Correct na? So here just we have to find out x square minus v square. What is x square minus v square? X is nothing but u plus v. Y is nothing but u minus v. So what will be the expansion of this? U square plus 2uv plus v square. And what is the expansion here? U square minus 2uv plus v square. U square v square get cancelled and you are getting 2uv plus 2uv, that is 4uv. But what is u into v? In the, that is nothing but our third variable, that is z. And hence you can say this is nothing but the surface z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 4, which is nothing but hyperbolic parabola. Okay. If you're not having any doubt, here only you have to solve these exercise example. Solve the first one. Everyone solve the first example from the exercise. If you are able to see the screen, what is a mapping? X is a mapping from E2 to E3 defined by x of uv is equals to u square v square uv. Show that x is not a coordinate patch. Okay. Start it and show that this mapping is not a coordinate patch. Next, it will be coordinate patch only if u and v both are greater than 0. Okay. Solve it fastly and tell me the answer. येते का सॉल्व करायला? Why it is not a coordinate patch?
Yes, ma'am.
Directly this u square v square है ना, u1 square will be equal to u2 square. Okay, taking square root on both side, what you will get, u1 is equal to plus or minus u2. Okay, so for every u1 is not equal to u2 you are getting, no, you are getting u1 is either equal to u2 or u1 is equal to minus u2. So this will be coordinate patch only if u and v both are strictly greater than 0. So hence you are getting u1 is equal to plus or minus u2. But as negative is not in our domain, so hence you can restrict it. So with the help of that, you can get u1 is equal to u2 and v1 is equal to v2. Correct, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will suggest everyone to try to solve all those exercise example. We have to find out which value of c, for which value of c this will not be a surface. And next you have to prove z is equal to x square minus y square divided by 4 is a surface. What you have to do, x square minus y square minus 4z is equal to 0. You have to write down the equation as x square minus y square minus 4z is equal to 0. Then this is nothing but your function. What is a function g? G is equal to x square minus y square is minus 4z is equal to 0. Then simply find out dg. That is rho g by dou x, rho g by dou y, dou g by dou z. Similarly, you can prove that whether this mapping is coordinate patch or not. Okay. So solve all those exercise example, and if you are having any doubt, you can ask. Okay. In the next lecture, we'll go for the patch computation. As everyone knowing that your exams are declared, you have to complete the syllabus very fastly. But still, I'm taking very slow because this is somewhat difficult to understand. We have many points to cover. After the patch computation, we have to go for the torus of revolution. And then we have the fourth chapter also, where you have to study the shape operators. Okay. So solve these exercise examples, and after that we'll go for the next point, that is patch computation. Any doubt for today's lecture? Hello.
Ma'am, there is a question number 5 in exercise that show that X is proper patch covering all of N. What that means, ma'am?
Actually, you don't need to do whole surface, right? What you have to do is you have to do only the things that you have to cover for a north pole, and you can generalize the concept. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
At that time, you can write down as we have found for North Pole. You can find out for any point on the surface, because for every point of the surface it is difficult. Okay, so what you have to do, we have done it for North Pole. You can do it for just like we have found the proper patch for 0, 0, 1. You can find out for 0, 0, -1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So you can now generalize the concept. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Next, anyone else having a doubt, you can ask. I hope everyone knowing about your exams are declared. Hello. माहिती आहे का एक्झाम्स डिक्लेअर झाले डिसेंबर एंड पर्यंत?
Yes, ma'am.
In the third week of December, we are having exams.